welcome back to another Holistic Home episode here on your PG County Living. I'm Carolyn Fleary, your host and real estate agent serving the amazing people of PG County. And today I'm excited to talk to you about how to buy and sell a home simultaneously. Most first-time home sellers never think about how tricky this process can be until they do it. Buying a new home while you're still living in your current home can create a long string of dominoes. And if just one of these dominoes fails to tip over in line, the whole thing falls apart. I'm going to walk you through the entire process to ensure that all the pieces come together easily for you. Here are 3 options to buy and sell a home simultaneously. Option number 1 is closing contingent. Most homes are sold on a contingency. In this case, you would put an offer in on a new home, but you would only be obligated to buy it if someone buys your current home. In essence, if your buyer falls through, then you reserve the right to back out of the new home's contract as well. The obvious drawback to selling a home contingent is that it transfers all the risk to the home seller, and most home sellers don't want to assume the risk on behalf of their buyer. This is especially true if you're trying to sell a home in a really competitive market. The second option is own both homes temporarily. This is a viable option if you can afford to carry 2 mortgages. In this case, you would get a mortgage on the new home and wait to move out of your current home until you're ready. This process is helpful when your new home needs major renovations, but you don't want to move in until the renovations are complete. It's also helpful when you're turning your old home into an investment property and you're planning to rent it out after you move in to your new home. But there are some drawbacks. First, you need to be approved for a second mortgage, which is entirely up to the bank's discretion. Second, you'd have to pay both mortgages simultaneously. And third, you can't apply the funds of the sale of the first home towards the purchase of the second, which means that you would need to come up with a down payment out of pocket. Option number 3 is renting a home. So most sellers are unaware that they can stay in their current home after it sells by renting it back from the buyers. That's right, it's called a rent back deal. In this case, you would get all of the proceeds from the sale without having to move, which gives you both the time and the money to purchase a new home. Of course, the big drawback is that it transfers the risk to the buyer, and most buyers are hesitant to take the risk of renting their home and prolonging their own move-in date. Buying a home when you have a home to sell can be really tricky business. I've seen transactions where 5 or more families are all buying and selling contingently, which creates a really long string of dominoes. So orchestrating a transaction like that is an art form, and you need a really great real estate agent who can guide you through that process. If you're thinking about making a move or you know someone who is, I can help. Just send me a text to 202-335-6714. No pressure, no sales tactics, just helpful advice and the guidance you need. And finally, if you're not thinking about making a move yet, feel free to follow us on Your PG County Living on our social media and our YouTube. Favorite the video, and we look forward to seeing you later on. Thank you all and have a great week.